You're watching the Business Channel, creating business class programs. Keysource are specialists in data center design, build and management. And here with me is Director of the company, Rob Elder. Hello to you.
Hi.
Now, can you tell me about data center facilities management, what it means to an organisation?
Yeah, sure. I think for different organisations it can mean different things. We work with both end user organisations where the facilities managers are both looking after perhaps a data centre as well as more traditional FM. But also we work with companies where they have their core business is running a data centre, so they tend to be slightly different skill sets and slightly different responsibilities.
And what would typically sit within a DCFM package?
Traditionally that's been much more around service and maintenance, and what we tend to find these days actually is that there's a much greater requirement for data centre facilities managers to deliver more ongoing performance management of the facility, improving efficiency and utilisation. So the role is changing and it's not just quite so service and maintenance orientated.
So what is the value that DCFM can add in achieving uptime and improving performance?
There's a lot of emphasis in our industry on the design and getting the design right, but we see that the hard work really starts when our customers get the keys, if you like, and start using the facility. There's a lot of talk about downtime in the industry and what the causes of that are, and it's widely recognised that the majority of outages, or certainly around 3/4, are often caused as a result of human error, where perhaps people don't understand what it is they're meant to be doing, there aren't the right processes and procedures in place. We certainly encourage our customers to engage with the facilities management team very early on, and in our business we even get our data center facilities management team to undertake the commissioning and the integrated system testing once a facility is built, because ultimately if they're responsible for managing it through the life cycle, they really do need to understand how it was set up to work. And there's organisations such as the Uptime Institute who have developed the operational sustainability standards, for example, who and that framework enables organisations to start to understand the sorts of things that they can be doing and the best practices involved with managing these facilities.
So how can DCFM improve the ways that a data centre is managed and controlled?
Within the data centre industry, we see there's a big driver to more scalability and modularity. So data centre facilities managers have to deliver their services in a changing environment. And so really that's about improving the performance, providing optimisation to increase capacity and drive down power usage and improve efficiency within the data centre. So really a good data centre facilities manager, if you like, would be able to identify where those opportunities exist and will enable their business, they'll have the confidence in allowing people within those roles to actually implement those things. And certainly our challenge as the designers as well is to make the facility simpler. Just because it's more complex doesn't mean it's more efficient or more resilient. If you relate that back to human error being a big part of downtime, actually we need to make these facilities simpler to run in order for them to be optimised and managed better throughout.
Now, do you think it's realistic to expect DCFM to lower energy use and really lower carbon emissions as well?
From research that we've conducted, around 40% of people running these facilities, both IT and facilities, recognise that they're perhaps not optimised in the way that they should, yet only 1/3 of those people have the right tools in place to monitor, manage and implement the right solutions to drive down efficiency. So the challenge really is for those organisations to look at the right ways to do that. So we think for new facilities, the starting point is to have the right tools to enable you to do that and then be able to interpret that information to drive efficiency. But certainly we see there's a big opportunity in existing facilities to do that. I would also say as well, for new data centre projects, it isn't just the designers. The design can be efficient, but really the role for the FM person there is to optimise and to make the best use of that and actually to improve on the original design performance, not just when the facility is fully utilised, but through the kind of full life cycle. And there's help for data centre facilities managers. People like organisations like the Green Grid have established some industry recognised standards for measuring data centre efficiency, which is widely adopted across the data centre industry. And there's tools such as their data centre maturity model, which help managers and operators to benchmark and understand the roadmap for improving on performance. So, there are these things available to help, not just from best practice, but also from an efficiency point of view as well.
So what is data centre infrastructure management and what benefits does that offer?
Well, it's quite an interesting and exciting time for the industry. Data center infrastructure management software is probably the biggest change to come into the data center industry since perhaps high density. Who doesn't manage their facility using some form of spreadsheet? You know, that's where people feel comfortable. And I think that that's certainly useful for storing information and helping with planning. But in the changing environment we're working with in data centers, you need much more readily available information, which enables you to plan and proactively manage quickly. So really the use of this type of software enables you to make faster, more informed decisions. It keeps all of your asset information in one place and understands the relationships between all of that information, helping ultimately to improve on performance, reduce costs by improving on efficiency, enabling you to make better utilisation of the infrastructure which you have. So I think there's a range of benefits, and it's not necessarily that they fit all companies, but it's really about providing one tool, one window into the facility that understands all of the relationships. I would also say there though as well that the challenge for organisations isn't just to deploy this type of software, but really actually make sure that it's kept up to date, that the information within it is relevant, and you actually use that to help make more informed and better decisions, because actually that's actually the real challenge.
Well, Rob Elder, Director of Keysource, thank you very much.
Thank you.